Noems have been married for 34 years, and every year on their anniversary, they post this wedding photo. Happy 32nd anniversary to us. I love you, Brian, Kristi wrote in 2024.
So, Secretary Noem, at any time during your tenure as Director of Department of Homeland Security, have you had sexual relations with Corey Lewandowski?
Mr. Chairman, I am shocked that we're going down and peddling tabloid garbage in this committee today.
Reclaiming
and ma'am, one thing that I would tell you is that he is a special government employee who works for the White House.
Now the question so many are asking, can this marriage survive the crisis? The New York Post quotes one of Brian Noem's family members who says he'll stand by his wife. Brian is a Christian man, and he believes that marriage is forever.
Former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is asking for privacy and prayers tonight. She's said to be devastated by a report alleging her husband has been what is being called a cross-dressing double life.
Brian, they have pictures of Brian's face. I mean, he can't deny it. It's his face. Plain as, the day, with his weird fake breast and his weird tiny little pants, hot pink and otherwise. I know. The question really is, might some of our adversaries have wanted it out? Look at this. Look at this. Look what's on the board right now. First of all, why are his legs smaller than mine?
They completely uneven. Oh, the breast.
Right.
I'm still learning FCC. Just figured it out.
Yo! And
it's apparently, part. I should be able to say that.
Apparently, he was busted by an immigrant sex worker. So shout out to the immigrants out there doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Doing the real investigating.
That might be called karma.
Hello. You know what I mean? Because, also very vocal, anti-immigrant, all of that.
So, remember Kristi Noem, the former Homeland Security Secretary? She was fired because she was burning through taxpayer money. Something like, what, $220 million on an ad campaign?
Sorry to interrupt, but the president approved ahead of time you spending $220 million running TV ads across the country in which you are featured prominently.
Yes, sir. We went through the legal processes, did it correctly.
Did the president know you were going to do this?
Yes.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just so we're clear, Kennedy asked Noem, did the president authorize it? She said yes. But now, Kennedy then calls President Trump and asks Trump, is she telling the truth? Did you authorize it? And Trump says no.
And I was stunned when she answered categorically that the president approved every single bit of it. Later that day, I got a call from President Trump. He was mad as a mama wasp. He said, Kennedy, I hope you understand that I had nothing to do with this. And I said, well, I do believe you, Mr. President. He was not happy. It was clear to me after that conversation that the secretary's time at the department was limited. That to be blunt, she was dead as fried chicken, and we talked about a few names that he might consider.
Pressed over whether the president approved it.
Did the president know you were going to do this?
Yes.
He did.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But last night in a phone interview, President Trump telling me about the spending, quote, I wasn't thrilled with it. I spent less money than that to become president. I didn't know about it.
So now, if spending $220 million on campaign ads was bad, let's not forget she spent almost $200 million on private jets to fly her and her team across the country.
You spent $172 million to buy not one, but 2 luxury jets for your travel, and now you're using taxpayer funds to lease a 3rd jet.
Noem defended the jets, saying they were approved by Congress.
So we're talking about almost $500 million in jets and commercials. She's just spending money like it's crazy. But there was one thing that happened at this hearing that shocked everyone. A Democratic lawmaker asked Kristi Noem straight out, was she having an affair with one of her subordinates? His name is Corey Lewandowski. And this was her response.
Have you had sexual relations with Corey Lewandowski?
A Democrat congresswoman pressed Noem about rumors that she's having a torrid affair with her top aide, Corey Lewandowski, Trump's former campaign manager.
I am shocked that we're going down and peddling tabloid garbage in this committee today.
If someone is asking if you or any federal official is sleeping with their subordinate, That should be the easiest. You should be wanting to answer that question.
Noem arrived with her husband of 34 years, Brian.
So now everyone was sad for Brian. They're like, oh, it seems obvious she's cheating on you. She can't even answer the question whether she's had sexual contact with her subordinates. So it seemed pretty messy. But even after all that, he decided he's going to stand by his wife because he's a Christian man.
The Noems have been married for 34 years, and every year on their anniversary, they post this wedding photo. Happy 32nd anniversary to us. I love you, Brian, Kristi wrote in 2024. Now the question so many are asking, can this marriage survive the crisis? The New York Post quotes one of Brian Noem's family members who says he'll stand by his wife. Brian is a Christian man, and he believes that marriage is forever.
So Brian, the Christian man who believes marriage is forever, is standing by his wife. But now things have changed because they found that Brian has some fetishes that need to be explained.
Whoa. Hold on for a second. Hey, sorry, folks. I had to cut in. This is the commentary king. This is the guy with the funny shirts that you see with Nate every so often. Nate is underselling what we're talking about here. Just take a look at this picture for a second, okay? Just take a look. Nate introduced this as a fetish, but if you're a conservative Christian, this is a huge problem, and I want to show you guys exactly why.
According to the Daily Mail, Noem's 56-year-old husband, Brian, is a secret cross-dresser who wears gigantic fake boobs and wears pink hot pants while he chats online with fetish models who have gigantic breasts. Okay, for the listening audience, we're showing a picture of him that the Daily Mail found and published. He's clearly put on like a tight little sports bra that's sort of nude colored, and has stuffed 2 enormous balloons down there for his breasts, with the little like tie of the balloon appearing to be like mismatched nipples, and then little hot pink biker shorts below, or maybe they're leggings. I can't see far down enough. Thank God. See him in his tight little leggings trying to look like a woman, but like a freak woman. The Daily Mail reports that it has reviewed hundreds of messages involving Brian and 3 women from the so-called bimbofication fetish area of the internet. I don't know how he finds them.
Now you think that's crazy, but allegedly he was paying like $25,000 to be a part of this community.
The Mail posted several of these photos and writes Brian Noem allegedly sent women in the community $25,000 in virtual payments. The publication says Brian Noem did not deny the explicit conversations, but says he never put national security at risk.
PayPal account associated with this Jason Jackson, again, that's Brian, would regularly send the woman money in installments, typically between $500 and $1,000. That's your tax money going to use there. In total, he allegedly paid the models at least $25,000.
And this is where he may have gotten caught up, because one of those models he was paying that money to happened to be an illegal migrant. And they weren't happy with the ICE princess's stance on immigration.
They completely uneven. Oh, the I'm still learning FCC. Just figured it out.
Yo! And
it's apparently, the funny part. I should be able to say that.
Apparently, he was busted by an immigrant sex worker. So shout out to the immigrants out there doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Doing the real investigating.
That might be called karma.
Hello. You know what I mean? Because, also very vocal, anti-immigrant, all of that.
So this has now been reported, been confirmed, and Kristi Noem has to respond. This is what she said.
Well, former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and now President Trump are responding to a report regarding Noem's husband's alleged online activities. A spokesperson tells the Daily Mail that she's devastated and that, quote, the family was blindsided by this, and they ask for privacy and prayers at the time. President Trump tells the outlet he knew nothing about it, adding, wow, I feel badly for the family. If that's the case, that's too bad.
So now, because I know some of you people out there are sick, here are some of the pictures that the Daily Mail posted. So this is the story of Kristi Noem, former governor of South Dakota, turned Homeland Security Secretary, started cheating on her husband with her subordinate. Her husband is out there cross-dressing, cheating on her allegedly with some randos online. And this is who Trump hires to be in charge of immigration. Now, let's just be honest. In today's world, this doesn't matter, right? If he is doing this with other women, who really cares? But if you're holding yourself as a Christian conservative and these traditional values and anti-trans and all that stuff, but you're doing all this stuff behind closed doors, then it kind of makes you into a hypocrite. And obviously Kristi Noem and her husband are big hypocrites, throwing their Christianity out there as a shield against anyone criticizing them for their alternative lifestyle. But let me know how you feel in the comment section. Do you think I'm going too hard on Kristi? Do you think I'm going too light? Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to all the great YouTube stuff. My name is Nate the Lawyer. I'm out. Peace.
Don't you get bricked up over there, Envy. Okay, don't you get bricked up over there. On the front of the New York Post is a picture of Brian Noem wearing the oversized fake breast, and they have the headline, "What a boob!" Dropping the clues bombs for the New York Post. Oh my God, when they want to get you, they get you.
Folks, what do you call a man who has a fetish in which he wears fake breasts in order to communicate with online models? If you guessed the husband of the former Secretary of Homeland Security, well, ding, ding, ding. We'll get into the peculiar, bizarre, embarrassing story of Kristi Noem's husband. It's really kind of terrible. And we'll ask a question. If this dude were a Democrat instead of a Republican, wouldn't they be elevating him as a magical example of diversity and inclusion?